So, welcome, energy balance yoga. And so, of course, it's the day that we choose or select randomly, of course, the Ascended Masters Oracle card. And today, look at this, beautiful. Yeah, Parvati, fantastic. And that beautiful wheel of karma behind it, looking all golden and fiery and beautiful. Positive change. Well, in my experience, yoga will do that. That will promote that, will support that. So if you're looking, it's a good time for just maybe small changes, maybe big changes. You know, it's a really good time for that. So and underpinning that, having that ground of yoga will, you can do anything. You can change everything if you have the ground. So with that, we begin our session. We're going to start on the ground. We're going to start seated. I'm in the middle. Somewhere in the middle to start our practice tonight. So get yourself comfortable in your seat. Yeah. And we're going to just ease into our practice. It's always the best way. Sometimes, you know, you want to go get the energy up straight away, but sometimes just settling, particularly, you know, at the end of the day or towards the end of the day, so that you can transition into your evening. So we're just sitting. Maybe we'll have a little rock just to bring some stability and allowing the body to settle a little bit. Rocking it, you know, as you sit really does help to do that. It just, you feel a sense of like connection to the ground. I feel your legs are just softening a little bit just because they've got a little bit of movement, a little bit of rocking. Very comforting for the body as well. Let the hands rest on the knees. Sit up tall, so lift the sternum, drop the shoulders down. So we're exposing this lovely chest area. In fact, let's just open it up a little bit. Stimulating this area with the fingers, the whole area. This has a name, and someone told me the other day, and I've forgotten it. I'll remember it. This has a name, this tapping this area. Great. This is good for stimulating your breath as well. So really powerful, useful, simple, and on a very elementary level, it's uplifting, you know, it'll uplift you a little bit. Let the hands rest there, and we're going to just chant the mantra on. So really focusing on your upright position, trying to make yourself very tall or long. Yeah, lifting, feeling the silver thread at the crown, lifting and connecting up into the universe, and the root going down into the center of the earth. Hands rested, eyes closed. Breathe in deeply. We're going to chant the mantra on 3 times. Let's wake up the energy. And again. One more time. Just feeling the shift or feeling the awakening that vibration gives. So let's come onto all fours now. Let's get the spine moving. Hopefully it's got a little bit of tingle already in it, a little bit of waking up from that that sound, that chant mantra. So spread the fingers wide on the mat, get the hands and the fingers engaged with the ground. And to help that along, soften the elbow. You'll find if you lock the elbow, it makes your knuckles rise up a little bit and it kind of creates more tension. I want to feel the ground here. Also, when you lock the elbows, you find the shoulders come forward. You know, you get this very stiff, locked up position. So soften, make the arms very pliable. You can really move them. They're accessible to you. So let's move the spine. Looking down at the ground between the hands to start. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips and there's space between them. Use the inhale to lift the gaze. And as you do that, feel the chest, the heart is following that. And as you exhale, we start with the base of the spine. We're tucking the tail under. We're arching up through the spine. We feel that lift. And then we sit back into the heels at the last moment, still breathing out. Bring the elbows down. And try and get almost the nose. It's almost touching the ground there as we look forward. So now the in-breath begins. And it's following close to the ground and then returning back up to this position with the kind of straightish back. And then we start to arch the spine by bringing the chin to the chest, and also, but most importantly, it's always starting with the base. So we tuck the tail under and we ripple up through the spine, and still breathing out, sit back into the heels. Inhale, scooping up, swooping up on that inhale, looking up, and then tucking the tail under, arching up, breathing out all the way, sitting back. Swooping up on the inhale, looking up to the ceiling almost, and then tucking the tail under. Keep the breath in and out through the nostrils. So you're really keeping a steady, smooth stream of air. Inhaling and exhaling. Really empty out as you sit back in deeply into the heels, bring the elbows down. So the eyes are coming through the nose, the chin close to the mat, and you lift up. And then you tuck the tail under, arching up. It's as if the whole spine wants to lift up out of the shoulders and the hips. Sit back. And as you inhale, you're really opening the chest and opening the front of the body there. Filling it with air and space, and then tucking the tail under, arching up. And contracting and sitting back and kind of going into the interior space. So it's just spacious and light. Inhale, inspiration, and then we're kind of exhaling, returning to the earth, coming back into our little cave. So we get that contrast. So enjoying the contrast of that. Finding the balance in that, the balance in the breath, and the balance in the energies. When we really breathe consciously like this, it really does impact our energies directly and changes things quite quickly. We can move from feeling very sluggish, very kind of empty, very flat, to feeling very vital. And it's just breath. I say that, just breath. Breath is, well, it's never just breath, is it? The breath is kind of a life force. And we sit back into the heels this last time. Stretch the hands away, so we're nice and expanded on the whole back. Bring the forehead to the ground. So in the pose of the swan, so imagining that beautiful animal, its wings thrust forwards, kind of closed, but also opening in the back area, opening in the back of the shoulders. Breathe into the nostrils, and we'll do a releasing breath out through the mouth. Let it go. All the stuff of the day, just let it go when you breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nostrils. Out through the mouth, and as you breathe out, really sit deeply into the heels there. And then we're just going to spread the fingers and re-engage the hands with the ground. Look at the hands there from this position. And I'm going to move the back even more. Breathing in, come up to all fours. Breathing out, taking the hips forwards, but not letting the hips touch the ground. So we're keeping the hips off the ground or the groin off the ground. And we're looking up to encourage that openness again in the chest. Inhaling and exhaling, sitting back on the exhale. Really trying to get the sitting bones going back as far as possible so we get this expansion on the back of the body before we come up on the inhale. Bright and vital, and the exhale, opening up the front of the body, kind of coming closer to the earth. Inhale, coming away from the earth. Exhaling, coming down to the earth. Have that awareness around that. The inhale, lifting up and away, and the exhale, coming solid, coming down to the ground. And as you move, see if you can notice, become aware of how the body is responding to this movement and this breath, and also how you feel in yourself, your emotional kind of quality. And your connection and relationship with your body. How is it? How does it feel? What is going on between you and your body? Or your perception of yourself? That's it. This is really, you know, where we really gain a lot of ground in yoga. Getting closer and more intimate with ourselves, with our body, with our breath, with our whole being. It's a gradual process, you know, going through the layers, starting with this physical, tangible body and all its idiosyncrasies, all its little issues, all its particularities and peculiarities, and just being with that. Let's go one more of these. Breathing in and breathing out. That's essentially, you know, at the end of the day, it's all appreciation for this breath, for this life force, for this body, for this experience. And we'll sweep the arms back into the pose of the child now. So the backs of the hands are on the ground. So you can really let your arms be heavy, shoulders falling heavy. You can even imagine your cheeks are heavy. So we're softening the jaw. Let the mouth be slightly open there. And again, we breathe into the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Let it go. Breathe into the nostrils and out through the mouth. Give it a bit of sound. That sighing sound really helps that relaxed process, that softening. Then we slowly come up to kneeling. Come up to kneeling. We're not going to stay here too long, but just notice how it feels for you. It may be a comfortable position, it may be a not comfortable position, but it is something to practice if it isn't comfortable. We're going to come up onto a high kneeling position, which again can be uncomfortable if you on your knee. Uncomfortable is okay, but if it's pain, sharp pain, avoid it or soften that by putting a blanket or a cushion under both or whatever knee is calling out to you. So we're going to take the hands to the ground lightly and take the right foot forward just to make it easier to come into this position. Then you can come up into a high kneeling position. If you're finding yourself wobbly, then just widen the stance widthways on your mat. So half moon pose here. Breathing in, lift the arms up, or crescent moon rather. Lift up the arms, and as you breathe out, you're going to take the hips forwards, but you're also going to take the arms back. So you get this crescent. This is where the crescent moon, this lovely shape, this curve. So breathe once you're here. And you can look up at the ceiling if that feels okay for you. And then come back up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale, bring the hands down either side of that foot, and we're going to lengthen the right leg now. Notice I say lengthen rather than straighten. I think lengthen is much more interesting. So we start to lengthen both ways. So the big toe at the end of one, you know, line. So we press that into the ground as if it's pulling away. And the other end is that right buttock, or if you want to think of it as the sitting bone or the hip, imagine that going up and away. So they're 2 points moving away from each other. And then just let your body rest down a little bit. Take some time, take some breath here. Might not be particularly comfortable. I can feel this a lot on the front of my foot and in my shin, but it may be different for you, depending on where you have restriction in your movement. Good. And then come back to the hands again, and then just send that right knee back and take the left foot forwards. So coming back up, again, adjust your position if you need to. Inhale, lift the arms up, bring the hands together, and the hands are going back, don't forget. And the chest is going forwards and the groin is going forwards, or the hips if you like. Breathing in and then breathing out, taking the hips forwards, taking the hands back. And this lift really helps, because otherwise if we're going forwards, we're putting way too much emphasis on this leg, and there's not enough on the back leg. We're trying to make that more even, more balanced, and that is the name of the game. Always in our practice is finding that balance. And the breath is also coming up on the inhale, lowering the arms on the exhale, bring the hands down, either side of that foot, or fingers, whichever you can manage, or fingertips. And then we're going to lengthen this left leg now. So pressing the big toe is going into the ground, and that left sitting bone, let's say, is lifting up away from it and going up to the ceiling. And we're relaxing down towards this left leg. So really try and press the big toe into the ground. And think about these 2 points moving away from each other as you breathe, and keep that breath deep and long. The out breath is where a lot of the action happens, really. Or a lot of the softening happens. Good. And then come back up to the hands. Send the left knee back. And we'll sit back briefly into the heels again. Slide the hands forward. Bring the forehead to the ground. Take a breath in. A sigh out through the mouth. And then we're going to come up into a downward dog. So spread the fingers wide. Come up into this position on the inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, tuck the toes under. Inhaling, exhaling, lift the knees off the ground. Let's just walk the dog a little bit. So we're going to bend that right knee, put the left heel down, and then vice versa. So we're just getting the legs a little bit more spongy. And you may be feeling a bit stiff in the backs of your thighs there, the hamstrings. So give them some chance to warm up. Keep pressing in the whole hand, particularly the base of the first finger and the base of the thumb. Really pressing the hand into the ground as if it's a door you're pushing away. Also checking your creating space between the shoulders. And also lifting that tail. And then we'll just come to a stillness. Wherever your heels are, they might be right off the ground. Doesn't really matter. It's you are where you are at. See if we can just accept where we're at right now. But really focusing on length from the fingertips to the base of the spine. Keep the tummy tucked in and breathe into the chest. And we're just going to walk the feet towards the hands. Knees are bent. Let the body hang here. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. And again, breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Let's uncurl slowly. So start that lift. We'll bring your focus of attention to the base of the spine. Leave the arms heavy, the head heavy, the shoulders. Keep the knees bent. Breathe in and out the whole time that you are rebuilding your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting up finally. Lifting up finally to standing. Just feeling that sense of, oh yeah, a little bit more lively in my body. And then we're going to just energize a little bit. So we kind of slowly loosened ourselves up a little bit, but now we're going to bring a little bit of energy, a bit of brightness into the body. Breathing in, lift the arms up, instinct the fingers, stretch up to the ceiling. And as you stretch up, lift the heels off the ground. And press the hands up, the hands together, the arms together, the legs together. Hold the breath in for a second. And then breathing out, slowly let the air out through the nostrils. Slowly bring the arms down, slowly bring the heels down. It's a great little practice for just bringing some vitality into the body instantly. Breathing in, instant the fingers, stretch up, press the arms together, press the legs together, lift the heels high. So we're also pressing off the toes. Hold the breath in. And breathing out slowly. Slow, steady stream of air, arms coming down, heels coming down. Slow. So both in our breath and out breath through the nostrils. Inhale. Strong inhale, stretch up, squeeze together, lift the heels high. Hold the breath in. And breathing out slowly, slowly lowering your arms down, slowly lowering the heels down, coming down to the ground. And notice how you feel. Yeah, have a moment to notice that. Take the feet apart, as wide as the shoulders, knees are bent. And we're coming into our twist. So let the arms be super floppy, really heavy, loose. This is loosening, loosening. Turning on our center, maybe coming up onto the toe. You can see I lifted my heels, I turn towards the right and then bending into the knees. So keep it very pliable. Feeling the shift of weight from one foot to the other, enjoying that arms moving through the space, letting the backs of the hands pop into the lower back. Waking up, waking up. Yeah. Finding that energy in the body by unblocking a little bit. So we'll do a little bit of a cross crawl movement. So lifting that left knee, meeting it with the right hand, and then go the other way. It's just to get the body and the brain coordinated and also limbering a little bit. Bring a bit of warmth and energy into the body, getting the body a little bit more ready, getting the legs a bit more warm. And then we're going to extend the leg and meet it with the opposite hand. Great little sequence, these cross crawl movements, just for getting that brain body connection, getting the energy moving in a much more useful way. This cross lateral movement does that. And then leg out to the side, the opposite arm over the head. So we've got this lovely lengthening through the side. Breathe in and out the nostrils the whole time. Yeah, find the ease that the breath gives. You know, when we hold our breath, it's like, oh, it makes everything so much harder. Whereas we keep the breath moving, yeah, there's much more ease in the movements. And let's finish off with coming onto the ball of the right foot. So get that little spring going. Take the left foot behind you, tap the bottom of the foot, maybe the ball of the foot, and then the other arm is going over the head. So it looks like this. Yeah. Good. So the foot is always going behind the leg. Good. And smile too. I don't know if it's good to smile at ourselves, laugh at ourselves a little bit, be a bit playful. Good. And then with all of that, we just stand for a moment in Tadasana. So finding your feet, let's just find that connection with the ground. So lift the toes up really high and then place the toes down. And lift the heels really high, push off the toes and lower the heels down. Feel the feet, have a look at them. Wiggle the toes. So you're really feeling the mat underneath you. And then we just, from the feet up, we're going to check our posture. So just checking your knees are not locked, soften them slightly, and then also think about the position of your pelvis. So we're pointing the tailbone down, feeling the abdominals engage slightly, lightly. So we're holding this middle section together. And then once this is stable, you can feel that, you can feel your thighs engaged a little bit. Then you're going to lift the sternum, let the shoulders drop down. So see how that moves. I mean, I can easily be like this, but when I lift the sternum, the arms just generally will hang a little better there. And it does feel quite exposing to have this sort of lift here. It may feel uncomfortable. If you're used to doing this, this is going to feel very uncomfortable. So we have to get used to that by repetition. Because we might have become like this. It took a long time to get to this, so it's going to take a while to come to this. And feel the back of the neck getting long. Chin slightly tucked in. Close the eyes for a second and just let your arms hang. And just notice where the weight is in your feet. It's interesting just to look at that and just go, oh, wow. I thought I was standing still and actually I'm moving around quite a lot. Feel the weight shifting slightly, you know, in the toes. Maybe there's more weight in the right than it goes to the left. It's constant balance happening. So interesting to notice that. And feel yourself steady and still like the mountain. Tadasana. Stable, rooted, but also alive, upright, solid. Okay. So let's come into some standing postures now. We'll come to the front of the mat. Check your feet, have a look at them. They're about hips width apart and they're parallel. So really try and find that parallel position. I'm going to come into triangle, Trikonasana. Put the weight on the left foot. So that right foot's still on the ground, but there's no weight in it. So that when you step back, or triangle, so decent width, but not super wide like a warrior. Find your hip position. So make sure that it's not kind of starting to turn, but it's turned out and square to the wrong edge of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Drop the shoulders down, lift the chest. Inhale, open the hands up wide. Exhale, reaching over to your left and down. And wherever you reach the leg, press against it, not leaning the weight on, because you want to have that nice straight arm. And you're reaching, the right arm is also straight. So the arms are both straight and the chest is lifted, the shoulders are down. And you can turn your head, turn your neck. So you're looking up at the right fingertips if your neck allows. If you find that is not possible or it creates some pain, then just keep your face looking forwards, but keep that neck in line with the spine. Don't let it hang. That's too much. That's putting more strain on the neck, actually. Soften the knees all the time, feeling the liveliness in your legs, and breathe. Breathe. Feel the whole torso alive with your breath. It's extending into the limbs. And use the inhale to come up, and the exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the right knee, and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Put the weight onto the right foot, and we step back with the left. Find that position for the feet. Noticing how this stepping in and out is going for you, if you've been practicing for a while. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Inhale, open the hands up wide. Big inhale. Exhale, reaching over to the right and down, making contact with that right leg, reaching up away from it with the left fingertips. So the fingertips are reaching all the time to the ceiling. And we've got this extension right across the chest, from fingertip to fingertip. We feel the sense of extension on the left side as well. Everything is expanding. And this shape, the triangle, it represents harmony. It's a harmonious shape. Finding the harmony in this shape. Finding your feet. Being aware of your breath. And then use the inhale to come up out of it. And the arms float down on the exhale. And bend into the left knee. And bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Give the legs a little shake up. Maybe the knees start off with the knees. And then let it come into the hips. And let it come into the shoulders. Let's just shake everything up. And give it a bit of sound. So breathe into the nostrils. And then out, shaking out the body. Ah. Again, inhale. Ah. Yeah. It's like shaking off all the atoms. We're going to come into warrior two now. So bring the weight into the left foot and a bigger step, or maybe two steps to reach this much wider stance. Hips square, facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up. So as the arms go up, also feel the chest and the ribs lift up. So we're getting this waist really long. And as you exhale, we're keeping that length in the body, but we're bringing the arms down, lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders down. Good. Inhale, expand between the fingertips. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Good. It's coming into that position. Finding that position. And then seeing if you can maintain that. So don't forget, the position is just a shape. We really want to think about how it feels. So we keep open here. And we think about pressing into that right foot. We think about expanding between the fingertips and lifting the chest. See the difference between this and this? It's much more vital. It makes me feel different. It brings a smile to my face. And yoga should really bring a smile to your face. And you're finding you're straining, then just kind of adjust, move a little bit, smile, and maybe you'll find out where you're holding. Come up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale, bend into the right knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat, and we shift legs, weight on the right, and step back with the left. Big step, great big step. So get the hips level, have a little bit of a swivel of those, so we get this sense of keeping this center really, really, really clear and defined. Inhale, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Inhale, feel the body with air. Exhale, look down the right arm. As the right knee goes forwards, the left heel presses back. So you'll feel that left buttock have to work in order to make that left leg really engage. And if you want, you can, if you're progressing with this posture, you're really thinking about the base going down, the root going down. And check that you are going down kind of evenly rather than reaching forwards into that right hand and right foot. So always slight pull back with that left hand as well. Keep lifting the chest, keep creating a length in the body, keep the back of the neck nice and long, looking down that right arm, breathing deeply. Use the inhale to come up, exhale, lower the arms down, bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Let's have a little moment of a squat here. So we're going to just take the feet apart. I like to have my feet at about a 45-degree angle, and then usually I adjust a little bit when I come down. So once you're in the squat, if you need to put something underneath your heels because they're like this, then put something underneath them to support you. Otherwise, if your heels are on the ground, don't worry about it. And then I adjust. That's what I mean about adjusting the angle of the foot. What works with the hips, or actually the indicator is the knee. So you can see your knee and your feet are in the same alignment. And then let's let the body hang. Put the backs of the hands on the ground, let the head hang heavy. Breathe into the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Feel that release. Notice how it feels on the body, the hips. And lift the head up. And if when you lift up your body here, you find yourself falling back, then you might want to put something underneath your heels, even if they're on the ground. Put your hands together, lift the chest, pressing the elbows into the insides of the knees. So we're trying to really take the chest forwards and upwards, back of the neck really long. So we're getting lots of length in the spine. We're also opening the hips a little bit more intentionally here. Good. Again, breathe deeply. Breathing in and breathing out. And bring the hands to the ground, press into the ground. Come up into the ragdoll. So let the body hang. From the hips, let the body hang. The whole upper body is pouring into the ground. The knees are bent. Breathing in through the nostrils and again out through the mouth. And then start to feel that lift. Maybe you feel a bit of warmth, like a sunshine on the base of the spine. It's rising up through your center. It's like each little vertebrae wakes up and lifts up and creates space. You feel energized. When you're standing, you feel energized, returning back to energy. Roll the shoulders back. Yeah, let the knees join in a little bit. Let's just enjoy that revitalized, opened up body. Well, it's starting to open up, and then forward with the shoulders a few times. Yeah, just ironing out all the creases there. Good. So, balance. Let's come into the dancer balance today. I'm thinking a lot about opening the chest. We started with that. So we're going to come into dancer. You might need a wall or a piece of furniture. That's okay if you're finding balance tricky and you need a bit of support, or at least, sort of a bit of security. Weight onto the left foot. I like to stand. When I stand onto a leg, I keep the knee slightly bent just to lower my center of gravity whilst I'm finding my balance. Then I bend the right knee, take the right foot in the right hand, either inside grip with the thumb going backwards or outside grip with the thumb going forwards. I'm going to go inside today. And then we connect the thumb and the first finger together to kind of create a mudra, Jnana mudra. Inhale, lift the arm up, the left arm. As you lift the arm up, feel the whole body's getting long here. And as you exhale, the body's going forwards and the arm's staying with the body. And then you start to take the heel away from the backside. So getting this nice position. I'm going to get to, just hold that for a sec while I get some power. Yeah. Don't want to lose power on the way. So just making sure I've got the power, and then we'll be okay. So see if you can stay there for a second. When you're coming out, this is the way we like to come out, this posture. So you're going in too quickly, don't find the balance. So coming out, we inhale, come back to this position. Exhale, lower the left arm down. And then bring that right foot down. Give everything a little shake up. Good. And then we bring the weight onto the right foot. Like bend that standing knee to begin. Just feeling the weight in that and seeing how it feels. Focus your eyes, don't forget, and also keep that breath moving. Lift that left foot off the ground. Take the hold, the left hand, inside or outside grip. Connect the thumb and the first finger together. Inhale, lift the arm up. Lift the chest. And as you exhale, the whole of this, the arm, the body, and the leg are kind of moving all together, leading with the chest. Chest is elevated. The arm is going forwards and upwards, flying upwards. So we feel this sense of dancing on the earth, taking the heel away from the backside. You know, steadying yourself if you need to every now and again. If you need to have something there just for security to touch every now and again, then that's fine. Come up on the inhale. Lower the right arm on the exhale. And then finally lower that left leg. And give everything another little shake up. Okay. So, stand again, Tadasana. Bring the hands together. So we have Anjali Tadasana. Tadasana, the mountain, and this is Anjali Mudra. So Anjali Tadasana, we bring these two things together. Beautiful. Very connected pose. So finding your feet, softening the knees, tucking the tailbone, pointing the tailbone down, strong belly, strong legs, lift the chest, very long here, between the belly button and the sternum. Drop the shoulders down. Even when you have the hands in this position, you know, you still have this really nice open chest, open heart. Back of the neck long, head level, chin slightly tucked in. So now we're going to do a little gratitude moment here. Breathing in, breathing out, pointing those fingers to the ground. Inhaling, the arms come away from each other. We extend the fingers out to the side, really as wide as we can, making a giant circle, and then reaching up, bringing the hands together, and then lowering them down. So we're tracing this line down through the center, pointing it to the ground, and then opening, making this, drawing this beautiful circle around ourselves, reaching up, bringing those hands together. Just enjoy this movement, watching with your eyes, so you're constantly changing your perspective, which also challenges your balance a little bit. Inhaling up and exhaling, following those arms, those hands as they come down to the ground. And then bring in the gratitude. So as you're reaching up and thinking about or remembering or bringing to mind or allowing whatever wants to come to mind, things that you feel appreciation and gratitude for. Sometimes when we don't really appreciate things until we lose them or they are challenged, like one's health, for example. You know, if you've had any sickness recently, all you think is, oh, I'm really going to appreciate when I'm really well. Yeah, it's something to be grateful for. And all the other things, especially the small things. I don't believe there's anything such as small things. I think the small things, gather up together and are big things. And then just let yourself smile at these things and let yourself have the feelings of gratitude that go with that. Good. We'll do one more. Breathing in, reaching up, wide, expansive, watching those hands come back to the heart center. Letting them settle there, nice wide open chest, back of the neck long. Feet sinking into the ground, crown reaching up into the universe. Close your eyes briefly, just feel what you feel. Bring your attention to the middle of your chest, the heart space. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. And just notice anything that's there. Maybe there's a feeling or an image or just a sensation. What is it? What is there? Yeah. Or a colour. Sometimes there's a colour. Just allowing yourself to have that connection with your heart space. Beautiful. Good. Get your hands drop down. We're going to come into our half sun salutes. So the feet stay still. Feet are on the ground. Wiggle your toes. Lift the heels maybe. Just connect with the ground again. Make sure the feet are parallel and hip width apart. So we begin breathing in, lift the arms up. Exhaling, taking the hands down, bend the knees, touch the ground. Inhale, hands to the knees, look forwards. Open that front of the chest. Again, this movement. And breathing out, forward bend. Straight legs now. Bend the knees. Inhale, push up from the ground. Inhale, look up, sweep up. Exhale, arms coming down. Breathing in. Breathing out, bend the knees. Fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look up, open the chest. Straight arms, back and legs, and then forward bend with straight legs. Now bend the knees even more and push up from the ground. So you've got power in the legs, which is why we bend the knees, so you can power up. Exhaling. Inhale. Through the nostrils, exhaling through the nostrils, also bend the knees, touch the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees. Inhale all the way up, reach up, look up. Exhale, arms coming down. So it's nice variation in tone. Inhale. A little bit faster. Exhale, bend the knees, touch the ground. Inhale, come up, hands on the knees. Exhale, forward bend, looking down at the toes. Bend the knees a lot. Look up, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, touch the ground. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, all the way up. Push up with the strong legs. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale. Exhaling. Touch the ground. Inhale, straighten the legs, look up, heart open. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, push up. Reach up. Use that inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching forward, diving forward, leading with the chest. Knees are bent, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Lengthen the spine, strong in the belly. Exhale, forward bend, straight legs. Breathe out fully. Bend the knees. Inhaling, last time up. Exhaling, arms coming down. Take a moment just to settle. Standing in Tadasana still. The arms hang, just returning to this position. It's almost like a key position for the day. Feeling yourself steady and strong, back of a neck long, chin lightly tucked in, so your head is level, looking directly forwards, not looking up at the ceiling. Lift the chest, drop the shoulders down, soften the knees, strengthen the thighs, almost like the kneecaps are lifting up. Strong in the belly, so feel that engagement, and just feel the weight in the right and the left foot. Try and even that out. Try and find that evenness between the feet. Good. And just close your eyes for a second, feeling that again. And feeling yourself grounded. It's your connection with the earth, your sense of being a physical being. You feel that with the breath as well. Breath is moving just easily in and out through the nostrils. But also feeling centered. So all of your mind stuff, all of your senses are coming to your center. Just clarifying, feeling a sense of yourself at the center. Everything moving around. You're at your center there. Good. Okay. So we open our eyes. And now for something completely different. Chair position, breathing in, lift the arms up. Nice long straight line, you see, the whole of the body, keeping the head looking forwards and keeping the neck in line with the arms in the back. And as you breathe out, you're going to sit back, take the bottom back, keep the arms in line with the back, so you've got this line from fingertip to base. And the belly is strong, and the knees are evenly spaced, the space between them, and you're looking down at the ground, so you're not looking up towards your hands, you're looking down at the ground. Neck is staying in line with the spine. Breathe. Use the inhale to come up, and the exhale, the arms come down. And that feels so good. Afterwards it does anyway. So we're going to come down to the ground now. So bring the arms forward. We'll do a squat still, but it's slightly different. Take the shoulders back, so you've got this still lift in the chest here. Exhaling again, the bottom comes back, the arms come forward to counterbalance the weight going back. Reach forwards a lot, and then coming down, and maybe making sure you catch yourself, take the hands behind you, before you kind of land. And then extend the legs forwards, bounce the knees up and down. Okay, seated forward bend. Yeah, we love this one, don't we? So we bring the legs together, toes going towards the ceiling. Take the fleshy part back. You can do that by hand, or you can just shuffle forwards and find that position. Let's come into Dandasana actually as a preparation. So it's the rod. Dandasana is the rod. So we're like upright, like a rod. We put the hands either side of the body, making sure the arms are in line with the body rather than forwards or backwards. Yeah, so you'll feel that. Just right at the sides of the hips there. So this is where the rod bit comes in. You really feel like, imagine there's a wall behind you and you're just leaning up, but pressing against it also with the back and the shoulders. We lift the chest, we make ourselves very long here, again, of course, lengthening here and engaging this abdominals. You know, it's so useful for the body because then we're providing support for the back, strengthening and engaging the whole of the abdominal area creates support for the back. So the back doesn't have to take all the strain and then become damaged because of that. And looking towards the big toes with your eyes, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. So this looks like a very simple position. We're just sitting around. Looks like that, but it's not. It's a lot. Legs are going on, back is going on, abdominals are going on. It's a lot of work. And then breathe out. So we release that work. And then we kind of come into a forward bend. And we can make this hard work for ourselves, or we can make it interesting. So my suggestion is we really try and keep this posture. So we inhale, we lengthen, we look at the back of the hands, we're keeping this posture here, keeping this length in the spine. We lead with the chest. Imagine there's a thread pulling the heart forwards, and the arms are just moving through space, following that. And then we let them fall to the legs or the ground. Then we come away and we lift. We don't just take the body away, but we lift and we lengthen, re-lengthen, and then breathe out, leading again with the chest. Noticing, you know, where we are in space, but not letting that be the be all and end all. It's not. You know, this is about, we want to create positive change. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, it's always steps. There's always steps on the journey. And, you know, this could be step, 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 millions of little steps. Every time we come into this position is another step. And the more often we do it, and the more the body remembers. But we keep that breath. We keep with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the breath in and out through the nostrils. Making that out breath extra long also really helps. So extend the out breath by really emptying, finding out if you can empty a little bit more than you thought you could. Drawing the belly button up, squeezing the breath out. And then we're going to come out of this position by lifting up again, inhaling, exhaling, bringing the arms down. Take the hands behind you, fingers pointing forwards, and I give you the choices. You can either lift the chest, pressing into the hands, look up at the ceiling. So again, we're getting this wide expanse from shoulder to shoulder, lifting the chest. Or if you feel a little bit stronger, want a bit something more, put the feet on the ground and lift up into a tabletop and hold that. And if you think you want a bit more than that, then we can come up into a hip lift. So we're just lifting the whole of the hips off the ground and trying to make the feet touch the ground there. That's a bit stronger there. And hold that for a breath, and then breathing out, lower down. Good. And give the legs another little bounce up and down. Let's slow down. Let's lie the body down, but let's do this slowly and mindfully or bodyfully. So we reach towards the toes. We keep breathing in and out through the nostrils, and we lay the spine down, laying it down. So you keep that extension, and that will help. That will really help as you lay the body down, breathing in and out the whole time. And then once you're back and your head reaches the ground, let go totally. Really let go. Fill the body with air on that inhale through the nostrils and breathe out through the mouth. And just let your body drop. Let your body drop. Just for once, let it drop. Let all the air escape from your body. Good. So let's just come into it's a bit of breathing and moving. In fact, well, first of all, we'll just bend the knees. I think it's always good once we come down to the ground, is just to bring some ease and attention into the whole back area. So we rock side to side, and then we maybe draw a circle. So drawing a circle with the knees. Knees stay together. We're holding the knees lightly with the fingertips. Breathing in as you take the knees away. Breathing out as you draw the knees in. Drawing a circle here. Good. And then we change direction, drawing a circle the other direction. And just really being aware of the impact you're having on the points that are touching the ground more firmly as you move. What's happening? Is this really pressing on some points that feel good when you do this? It's like a little massage. Good. Hug the knees. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Slide the legs away. Arms by the side. Let's just do this little sequence. Breathing in, the arms come up. Let the arms rest on the ground above the head easily. And as you exhale, you press the back. So you notice how I press the small of the back into the ground and the knees come up a bit more naturally. Squeeze the breath out. Inhale, push the heels up to the ceiling. Stretch the backs of the legs. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, either slide the feet away or extend the legs away if you're feeling stronger. And exhaling, bringing the arms forward, back to the beginning. That's the little sequence. Inhaling. Everything moving slowly and steadily. Exhale, press the back into the ground, draw the knees up. Inhaling, press the heels to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, extend or slide the feet away. Exhale, arms coming forwards. Don't forget to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Maintain your energy, your prana. Inhaling, exhaling, draw the knees up. So we're contracting. Inhale, expand, push the heels high. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand. Exhale, arms coming forwards and contracting back to the beginning. Let's do one more here. Inhale. Slowly the arms move, opening the chest. Exhale, press the back, draw the knees up. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Knees come tight into the body. Inhale, extend the legs away. Exhale, arms coming back through space. Steady and even, don't hurry. Arms rest at the side. And we come to a short relaxation now. So put some space between the heels. Maybe take them to the edge of the mat. Take the arms out to the side. Just lift the chest off the ground. So keep that openness. Make sure the shoulders are down away from the ears. And the chin is lightly tucked in. Or you place something underneath the head. If your chin is high up, this is the position of your spine. Then you need to support that to bring your spine into line with your neck. Or the other way around, if you like. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Yeah. So enjoying the rewards of the relaxation, a very important part of the practice, allowing the body to absorb everything we've been giving it now. So eyes are closed. Really important to close the eyes. If you feel tempted and you'll find yourself looking around, close them. Even putting something over the eyes helps, maybe a scarf, or you have one of those eye pillows, they're useful. And we're just going to take 2 minutes here, lying still and quiet, allowing the body to rest. Resting as a radical act. Resting as a revolutionary act. Going against everything that we are conditioned, to push and achieve and strive. Instead, we rest deeply. We go back to the Mother Earth. Let ourselves be held by the earth. Just feeling your body gently and slowly relaxing and softening into the earth. feeling that the earth is coming to meet you so you can let go. The earth is going to hold you. It's going to hold you like the most precious little being, keeping you safe and warm and protected, so you can just release, let go of the body, soften, just feel the breath moving naturally and easily in and out through your nostrils without any effort. Breath is taking care of itself. And the bell marks the end of the relaxation and the end of our practice today. So we take a moment just to come back and just very slowly, very slowly returning, coming back, whatever way feels most easy, natural, comfortable. Maybe you want to stretch a bit, maybe you want to roll onto your side. Take it easy. I invite you to take it easy and slowly, taking your time, taking some time, and when you're ready, coming back up to seated, noticing how you feel. How does it feel after your practice? How does the body feel? How do you feel mentally, emotionally, energetically? How is your energy? And we just, notice the body. How is this body feeling? How is my heart? How is my head? What's going on? What's the day look like? Just taking that mind out a little bit. And then we're going to just focus with all this good energy. We're going to put it to good use by rubbing the palms together, focusing that energy very clearly in this between the hands, powerful area of the body, the palms. We place that on the heart. So we're giving to ourselves and receiving from ourselves. Close the eyes and bring to mind your sankalpa. You could also think of it as an intention or a promise to yourself, a decision, something you want to encourage in yourself. So say that to yourself a few times here. Really feel it, really mean it. Even if it feels out of reach and doesn't feel like it's happening, just say it like you mean it. Good. Namaste. So good to practice with you. Thank you so much. That was awesome.